Welcome back to another edition of 2 p.m. with the Trigger. Rich Bontrigger here with you on a beautiful day. And what a wonderful day it was yesterday. I got to do How to Rock the Stage. I got to do 2 p.m. Marvelous conversations. And I was a part of a mastermind group I'm a part of. Got together with fellow colleagues, amazing men and women, talking about one of the tough questions of, well, we got to talk about one question and we went to another question and then went to another question. But the big one that stuck to me yesterday, and I want to share some ideas, some thoughts that I gleaned from my colleagues and things that I also talked and shared about as well. But when opportunities knock, are you ready to step into it? Are you ready to seize the opportunity? When it comes knocking, hello, Jan, great to see you dropping in. When opportunity comes knocking at your door, are you emotionally, mentally, business-wise prepared to figure out the right move? Should you advance? Should you hold back? Or do you do like many people do? They freak out when a new opportunity drops in. Now, I want to preface that because I know many leaders, influencers, and me included, we're hoping and praying for the next opportunities. We're looking for the next step to go forward. We want the big surprise to drop in our lap. But as we talked about yesterday, are we really prepared for it when it drops into our lap? Or do we hold our breath, squeeze our hands really tight and go, what's going on? Are you really talking to me? Has anyone had that experience before? When it knocks, are you ready? So we're going to dive into this a little bit and do some mental preparation. Jan says she's ready for it. I'm curious if anyone else is ready to make this move. So here's a couple of things that we talked about, I shared, but I put on in. And I will explain, this is partly coming out of my own experience. Recently, opportunity did knock on my door, and it came out of nowhere. I'm so relatively new, only 2 years living in the Washington, D.C. area. Hello to fellow people in Washington, D.C. And coming here during part of pandemic, it was shut down, of course. So business and connectivity was all virtual, hard to know people. And D.C., of course, is highly political, high-level leadership, thought leaders, influences, which is great. I eat that up. But I didn't know people here in that space. So out of the blue, several weeks ago, I got an email asking me the board join the National Small Business Association Leadership Council. You may be asking yourself, what the heck is that? That's what I did. When opportunity knocks, sometimes you don't even know what it is that's knocking. So do some research. That's one step. When opportunity knocks, do some research. I Googled, I checked, I cut and pasted the email that I got to find out if it was a real person or not. It was. So my evaluation process led me to respond and figure out what this was really about and what was the National Small Business Association. And what the heck is the Leadership Council? Is that just a fancy name for membership or is it something else? It comes to be that it is a higher level. They have a membership body to help small businesses in America grow, for their voices to be heard in legislation and Congress and state and local regional areas. But this was the national one, wanting me to join them on the National Leadership Council. This was a higher step in. And being here in DC, they made it very clear, we're looking for people that know how to deal with the media, talk, present, and work with high-level leadership, because often our leadership council gets to meet on Capitol Hill and meet people and rub shoulders with some high-level individuals. Okay, that's a great opportunity. That's a wonderful opportunity. I don't know people. I'm trying to elevate my brand. I'm trying to grow in the DC area. Here's a chance to meet some high-level people. Hello, Aaron. Great to see you here. So I have this wonderful opportunity. What do? Do I pause? Do I hesitate? Do I lean into it? I was prepared to step into it once I knew it was legitimate and I could see the opportunities before me. Now, one way to do it is by cultivating a growth mindset. You must have your mindset that you are an expert in your field, You're going to embrace the mindset that you want to keep growing and you're expecting, but it's not like fairy pixie dust where it just accidentally drops on your lap and it happens. I asked them how I got found. I asked them, why in the world Trigger? And somebody out there in this business community they have been watching, listening, following, and they said, we want that guy to be a part of it, unknown to me. But my mindset is when the opportunity surprises, when it jumps out of the bush and says, here, my mindset is I'm going to be ready to respond and act and not freak out. How's your mindset when you look and think about the unexpected jumping out, your wildest dreams coming to be? What's it like for you to think about that? Jump into it. That's right. Jan, you've been a member for a few years. Hey, congratulations. We're now kindred spirits even more. Love to hear that. So when it knocks, have that mindset, grow that mindset now. Another tip I would have is stay informed. Stay informed, stay connected. We talk about networking a lot. It's become a big thing. Everyone is learning how to network better and better, but it's not just that. What's going on in your industry? What developments are happening in the news? Be well informed and allow yourself to quickly access that information, make an informative response, and join the conversations, because staying informed will get you more and more. I comment, I post, I share, I add value to other people in the business, especially the media world. That's where I stay informed. Well, here in the DC area, DC has got media, and there's something happening every day. And you need to stay informed of what's happening. You need the pulse. And with small business, oh my goodness, it's so important because they're coming, they're going, they're opening, they're closing, they're getting taxed on, different issues change. I'm a small businessman working in a big fishing pond. I need to stay informed. Are you staying on top of your industry and your things that you need to stay upon so you know? So, what's next after you do those two things? Improve decision-making skills. This is where you need to enhance your decision-making skills and your abilities to analyze the risk factor. What are the benefits? What are the potential outcomes of this? What are the different scenarios? Now, some people don't like that. I've always been able to do that. I always will say, well, we could go this way, go that way, and I'll give you the end results. They want to know a little bit, but they don't want to know good, bad, and ugly. I think you have to know the good, bad, and ugly. I think you have to have that ability to make decisions. Practice making decisions under a time constraint. Practice doing it when you know the pressure cooker is there. I didn't have a lot of time to make a decision. They already sent me the information, sent me some links. Our first meeting is next week. And our first in-person meeting here in the DC area on Capitol Hill is coming up about a month from now. If you want into this, here's your opportunity to meet people in the fall, new session of Congress, rub shoulders with other business people, and be a part of this leadership team. Here's the opening bell. Do you want in? Not a lot of time to make a decision. Have to sharpen those abilities to mentally prepare yourself to respond and say yes, no, what information do I need to know? So, small businesses are struggling. Yes, they are, Jan. You're absolutely right. They are struggling. And that's one of the proudest things I get to be involved with. That was part of my decision making. I get to add my voice to help struggling small businesses. I know the pains, I know the highs, I know the lows. And I actually get to be an advocate for not just the DC area, but on the national stage to work with this leadership council to help small businesses across the United States. What a golden opportunity. But again, I had to figure it out in a relatively short amount of time. Aaron's got in there, you become who is your circle. Want to be successful? Hang around other successful people. That's one of the other points. Your network, your connectivity. If you want to make it, you need to be with the people that are making it. Step into those higher levels. Be with those higher level. own the space of being there. If you are an expert and you have those colleagues or relationship, it's not just about schmoozing. It's not just about looking good and posing for the part. You need to step into the part, and more people will say, you know what? They belong here. That's the right thing. Oh, and Jan's going back to last night's Rock the Stage show. Here you go, Jan. You're going to double up on us. Stay awake. That's actually a great point, Jan, because the idea is that we are sleeping through our days. We are sleeping through our opportunities. As I was thinking about this today, I was going over how many missed opportunities have I missed because I wasn't awake. I wasn't mentally prepared. I wasn't great at decision making. How many open opportunities have come my way over the years that I was like, never saw it, didn't hear it. Stay awake, be alert, be at the ready. That's a really great point there, Jan. So improve your decision making. Another one is stay adaptable. Be flexible and adaptable to the changes. Surprise opportunities comes when you very least expect it. It's going to require you to adjust your plans, your strategies. You're going to have to let something go sometimes to let something new and great in. You may have to change some of the times and what you do and how you do it. Be open to change. This opportunity is partly remote that I'm getting involved with. It's partly live in person. It also could pull me into the local communities where I live to be a part of action and community groups. I really have no idea because every opportunity in this group, as I've talked to different people in it, some have been highly engaged. Some have been kind of, I'll show up, I'll support, I'll do what I can. Others have gone full throttle in because the opportunities to be active and be a voice got bigger and bigger and bigger. Be adaptable. Be mentally, emotionally, have your business ready to spin and move. Be willing to be ready to move. And one more, visualize that success. Visualize yourself with the leaders, the influencers that you want to be with. I struggled with this one for many years. I am a visionary leader. I love dreaming and building and working with entrepreneurs. But the trouble that I've had over the years is I sometimes think that visualization stuff is pie in the sky. I think visualizing just so that I'm in the group and I'm going to be there doesn't mean it's ever going to happen. I've come to understand that visualization is a big, big factor. You begin to see yourself who you want to be. You begin to see yourself with the people you want to be. As Aaron mentioned, you begin to take on the attributes of that which you want to be by visualizing where you want to be. Earlier this year, one of those colleagues in that mastermind challenged me at a high level. Trigger, your potential is great. Your possibility is great. Do you see it and are you stepping into it? Here I am about 7 months later, stepping into a new opportunity. I listened. I thought about it. I began to own it even more than I already was owning it. Visualize it and step into it. There's Jan adding into this, reinforcing about the visualization. You need to see it to become it. I know gymnastics because I was in gymnastics. The perfect ring apparatus. It's not something they do by accident, not just by something they do in practice. It's something they visualize a perfect 10 up on the rings, doing the iron cross, flipping off, sticking the landing, and not moving at all. Gymnasts visualize it. Swimmers visualize the perfect swim. They see what a goal looks like in their mind at every turn, every paddle, every movement. Are you seeing the potential and the possibilities that you have? Are you ready to step into the possibilities that you have? I hope this is encouraging. I hope this is helpful to realize opportunity does come knocking. And maybe it is step number one, as Jan pointed out. David Breslow was on the show last night. He's a performance coach. Excellent conversation. Make sure you check it out. And he mentioned we need to be awake. The first thing is he talks to his clients about waking up and being active, being participation. Maybe that really is where this all begins, because then you're ready when it comes knocking, when the phone call, when the emails, when that surprise dinner conversation pops up, that it is possible to step into it. Jan, thank you very much. I'm so pleased to know you. This will help you turn the corner. Yes, it really does begin to turn the corner, and it begins to open up more and more and more. And then you need to evaluate, do you, should you? The other thing I want to say, and by the way, Stroke TV is chiming in here. Yes, Stroke TV is doing amazing things, growing their media brand. Make sure you check out what our friend Aaron is doing there. But as I wrap up here today, I want you to think about one more thing. Think about the fact that, at least in my life, I've found these surprise opportunities are windows, and they usually have a shelf life on them. Do not think that every great new opportunity is a lifelong opportunity. Sometimes there are opportunities to take you on a journey, to elevate you in a unique, special way, to open up a greater connection for a limited time. Maybe they just move you from first base to second base, and then you're at second base waiting for someone else to get to the third, and first base is gone. You don't need that anymore. You're not there anymore. One thing about surprise opportunities is sometimes they're just a building stone, a stepping stone to move further and further and further from where you were initially. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think about this. What opportunities are knocking on your door? What opportunities do you think you may be able to start visualizing, seeing, stepping into? Write me a note, rich@richbontrager.net. I would love to hear your stories about what you're going through. Or perhaps maybe you're at that point and you're wrestling with something and you want to know, is this one I should check out? Hit that QR code. Let's have a conversation. I would love to help you look at the different angles, the different possibilities, and see if it's an area that you want to step through and take the next step. Hey, that's going to do it for today. It's a Trigger, Rich Bontrager. Thank you for being here. And thank you for all the comments, the questions, the supporting statements each and every day. Hey, and share this with a friend. Let them know that every day the Trigger is popping on at 2 p.m. live to help you, your company, your brand, to help you grow as a leader and entrepreneur by leveraging media more and more. This opportunity came out because I'm leveraging media. I am a spokesman. I'm an activator. And this group saw that. And part of it was, as I continue to build my media empire and help others build theirs, they saw that I might be able to add value to their group, to other small businesses. Step into it. Hey, that's going to do it for today. I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. live